Bonsoir. Alors, euh, moi, je reprends directement après la dernière fois, genre j'ai pas fait de pause. Du coup, on s'était arrêté. Bah après, s'être pris une flèche dans la jambe, avoir vu notre famille crever, après avoir sauvé Thérèse, seul point positif, putain. J'ai oublié d'activer mon chrono 2 secondes. Hop. Ouais, du coup, on a terminé l'introduction. On est arrivé à Talmberg. Et puis voilà. Je sais pas ce qu'il faut que je fasse, faut que je parle à lui. J'aurais bien mangé un truc parce que il a faim, Henri, avant de commencer là. Il a faim, il a envie de dormir. Pourquoi il regarde vers le haut? Ah oui! En fait, dans le jeu, quand on a faim, ou. Enfin bref, quand on a des effets négatifs sur le corps, notre perso réagit en fonction. Genre là, je crois qu'il est, enfin, il est fatigué. Du coup, il va commencer à regarder en l'air et tout. Genre, enfin. Attends, je crois que. Ouais, enfin, des bails comme ça. Genre, peut-être des fois, il va fermer les yeux et tout. Et voilà. Et bah voilà. Quand je dis ça, Ah oui, j'ai appelé mon truc Let's Play Walkthrough parce que vu que j'ai déjà joué au jeu, je connais deux trois trucs. Je connais deux trois trucs, donc je découvre pas totalement. Merde, je devais aller chercher de la bouffe, je m'égare. J'ai arrêté de parler. Une marmite, s'il vous plaît. Je suis fatigué, là, j'ai faim. Merde. Bon, j'ai parlé à lui. À mon avis, il va me dire quoi.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal?
Ah,
Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
bien vu. Je suis à deux doigts du coma.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation.
Hein? Pourquoi perte de réputation? Je viens de commencer, wow, j'ai fait zéro choix, je suis rentré pour manger un bout de gras. Ok, il était en
Milady.
position motion capture, je suis mort.
You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you?
A bear.
Master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
Oui, madame. C'est quoi ce petit verre de vin?
When you're done,
Elle a mis toute la carafe.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the court.
Wesh, elle me dit petit verre de vin, elle me remplit un jerrycan.
Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Sans j'ai de voler tes fringues, toi. J'en ai marre d'être habillé en Peter Pan, là. Faut que je fasse un truc, hein. Je crois que je peux... Comment dire? Assommer des gardes.
Oh, God. Eat
Alors...
food.
Une pomme ne vous remplira pas autant l'estomac qu'un rôti. C'est pour en savoir. On risque de mourir de faim, d'accord. Purée de lentilles. Je peux... Ok, faut que je mange... Attends, ils m'ont dit quoi? Wow, wow! Vous ne pouvez pas tergiverser, le temps presse. Bah ça va, 2 secondes. Je te baise. Arme. Nourriture. Manger. Miam. C'est tout? Il est où le verre de vin? Je boire.
I'm sorry about what happened to you.
Attends,
No
pourquoi je perds de la
excuse for
réputation
reasons.
là? Ah, ça. Je sais pas si j'ai bien mangé là. Bon, vin, on va boire. Pomme, on va manger. Petit pain, on va manger. Ça aussi. Ah, go vomir. Hein. Ah, c'est bon. Les effets secondaires. Ok, on peut être bourré aussi. Ça peut être marrant ça. Manger dans la marmite. Elle est en train de cuisiner, j'ai mis ma grosse main pleine de sang dedans. Ah putain, j'en peux plus. On va dormir, après je vais faire des bails. C'est pas là. Ok, pousse, c'est où là? Parce que... je suis perdu. Ok, c'est là, je m'en souviens. Si vous êtes fatigué, votre endurance et votre éloquence vont diminuer peu à peu. Le sommeil est la solution. Trouvant un lit libre, reconnaissable à l'icône de la boussole, sur la boussole. Ok. Ah, j'ai pas enlevé les chaussures. On va jouer RP. Hop. Il a les pieds du hobbit. Alors, il est 21h, on va dormir jusqu'à 5h. 10 heures de sommeil, c'est pas mal. Ah ouais, et aussi le père là. Je suis sûr le père c'était quelqu'un. Quoi? Pourquoi il a dormi 2 heures? Enfin bref. Ouais, le père, il a dit... Enfin, Henri, il a dit pourquoi t'as quitté Prague, machin. Et après, Radig, il a dit ouais, je suis sûr, avec vos talents, vous pourriez faire fortune à Prague. Sauf qu'il vient de Prague. Je suis sûr, il était déjà un putain de forgeron pour quelqu'un là. Ah, cinématique.
If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry.
Oh.
Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady. No, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
Putain, je vais me brûler là.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady. Thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers.
Argent-moi dans le pieu, on va dormir ensemble.
I came to offer you solace. To let
Tu
you
peux
know
m'aider à
you're not
dormir?
alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very
Attends,
new and
il est bizarre quand
strange for
même,
you,
cette go là.
but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Est-ce qu'on dévoile tout? J'arrive pas à en parler. fait victime un peu ça. Là. Non, c'est bon, on raconte.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Je suis allé. Oh, ok, je vais arrêter d'essayer de lire. Je suis allé recouvrir une dette. Je rejoins mes amis. Nous sommes allés donner une bonne leçon en germain.
I met my friends right next to the Scalit's Ale House.
Le vieillard
When we heard
racaille.
Deutsch praising Sigismund, our
Henri le
blood
DZ.
boiled. My mates decided to teach that fool to mind his tongue. So, thanks to us, Deutsch has
Ouais,
this great portion
les
of
DZ, c'est pas
newly
tous des
whitewashed house.
racailles. Je vous baise, hein.
How foul.
Vous m'avez compris. Oh
I
non,
liked
à
our
cause de
little
vous, j'ai
business
raté
when
le
we were back
truc.
home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
Bon.
Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only he'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
Ouais.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
Ouais, c'est
And then
affreux.
death
J'ai besoin de
descended on
réconfort.
the Scalets.
Ah ouais, Bianca, putain! Je l'ai pas vu mourir, Bianca. On va dire ça.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I no longer heard
Merde,
any sounds
j'aurais
of
dû mettre le
battle coming
dernier.
from the castle. So Sigismund's army must have regrouped and started preparing for siege.
No doubt you're right.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages
Ouais,
who planned
je
to
me suis fait
violate
enculer ma race.
I had
D'ailleurs.
Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
Ouais,
I'll
je suis un
never forget
chevalier.
the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
J'ai plutôt bien réussi le dialogue. Voilà.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're
La
here.
VO est vraiment pas mal, hein. J'adore.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own.
Ouais, tu me déranges
I'll
pas,
go
tu peux rester.
and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Il a vraiment une sale gueule. Hein. Ah, j'en peux plus, putain. Faut vraiment que je change un truc sur sa tête parce que... Maintenant, il y a des coiffeurs. Au début du jeu, il n'y avait pas de coiffeur. Ça fait qu'on peut changer un peu son style. Donc, dès qu'on peut, je le fais parce que... Puis j'en peux plus de cette tenue. Hein. Je vais assommer 2-3 gardes, je vais voler leur tenue. Oh, flashback. Je crois que j'ai dit assommer leur tenue. Bref.
Help us, son.
Hmm.
Don't be a coward.
Oh. Non, il aurait jamais dit ça, le père.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is that? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Accéder au rempart. Vous avez appris femme au Moyen-Âge. C'est quoi? Ah ouais, il y a des trucs de l'or comme ça. Le patriarche. Ouais, c'est intéressant, mais gameplayment parlant, c'est pas ouf. Je peux passer mes parties à lire. On voit pas grand chose, hein. On peut pas prendre une torche. Bon, le rempart c'est là. On voit rien. Je crois qu'en plus sur YouTube ça va être encore moins bien, donc on va rien voir du tout. Je vous retiens, vous. Bientôt vous serez à poil. Votre armure sera sur mon dos. Je suis toujours pieds nus, je crois. Pouce. Oh non, on peut pas se mettre à poil, genre. Pire style du monde, hein. Ah, c'est parti. Ok, c'est ici. Faut que je parle à Robert.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
God be with you.
Ok, donc le blast du chauve avec l'armure qu'a tué nos parents, il s'appelle Sigismund, je crois, si j'ai bien compris.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
Oh, ils m'ont remis mes fringues, j'ai le
Young
seum.
man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Ils sont bien faits les personnages, je trouve.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
God be with you.
Alors. Vous savez tous très bien ce que je cherche à faire maintenant. Alors. Qu'est-ce que je fous là en fait? Par contre, pouce. Pendant l'introduction, j'avais mis un point, il y est depuis le début. Ça commence à me faire chier en fait. Ouais, et pour la petite histoire, pendant l'introduction là, quand on est à Scalis, je sais pas, on peut être emprisonné si on fait chier les gardes ou je sais pas quoi. Et comment dire, si on se fait emprisonner pendant l'intro, on meurt parce qu'on est en prison pendant que le village se fait attaquer, genre. Et du coup, ça met fin du jeu, vous êtes mort, machin, voilà. C'est arrivé à un de mes potes, c'était très drôle. Et c'est plutôt bien fait. Oh. Putain, t'as pas de flow, toi. Ah bah d'accord.
Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Saut dans le temps, appuyer sur machin. Ok. Donc là, ça dit que même dans... Si on fait des... Comment dire? On peut attendre dans ce jeu, donc, comme dans quasiment tous les RPG. Sauf que dans celui-là, si on attend, notre faim, notre fatigue et tout, elle évolue quand même. Donc faut faire gaffe. Moi, je vais pas le faire tout de suite. J'ai plutôt... Attends, j'en ai combien? J'en ai 8. Ok, je vais en prendre un pour sauvegarder. Quoi? Ah, faut rester appuyé. Ok, donc là ça sauvegarde. Merde, j'ai pas vu. Une autre flasque de snap. Vous pouvez en acheter auprès d'un commerçant ou dans une taverne, voire dans un apothicaire. Vous pouvez aussi en fabriquer vous-même dans le labo d'alchimie. Ok, c'est bon à savoir. Eh! Toi t'as bien l'air perdu là-bas. Ouais. Ah oula, heureusement que j'ai pas assommé lui là-bas. Le problème c'est que lui il a une armure dégueulasse. Yes, parfait.
Are you quite well?
Oh merde, putain. Ça n'a pas fonctionné.
So it's you. You were seen starting a brawl. This definitely won't be true. You'll learn to pay.
200. On m'a chargé d'une mission secrète.
If only you knew what you've just got yourself into. This won't end well for you.
Do you think I'm so stupid as to fall for such a fairy tale?
Hop. Je peux pas lui casser la gueule en fait. Bon. Ce fut un échec. C'est un peu dommage. Faut que j'attende d'ailleurs. On va tirer là en 6 heures. What? Quoi? On se fait attaquer. Pardon. Ah, t'as un petit problème toi. Barre-toi, putain. Yes. Oh non.
Sweet Jesus. We're gonna end up like skeletons.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents. Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of
c'est pas lui,
Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy.
Parle bien, lui.
Farewell, sir.
Bon diplomate. À Wiedersehen. Yes. Elle est énorme son armée. Oula, il a le seum Henri. Oh. Attention à ce que tu fais toi.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Il a raison. Trop fort. Il doit avoir l'éloquence niveau 100 lui. Je pense que je vais cut ici. Ça me paraît bien. Et surtout qu'il commence à se faire tard. Du coup, je pense que je vais arrêter là. 37 minutes. Ouais, ça va, c'est bien. Prochaine fois... Enfin, j'avais déjà dit ça la dernière fois, je voulais changer de tenue. Prochaine fois, on va essayer de le faire. De toute façon, on doit retourner à Scalis. Peut-être qu'il va y avoir des ennemis, on va leur péter le cul et puis voler leur armure au pire. Et puis voilà. Sur ce, à la prochaine.